What's up, guys? Eric back out here with Mr. Sam Hahn, CEO of L.A.B Golf. Sam, thanks for being out here. Appreciate you.
Me, sir.
We've got some putting. We're on the putting green. We've got a couple of different putters in our hands. If you guys haven't seen the L.A.B Golf putters, lots of different variations, some really cool technology we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to show you a couple of these putters, but most importantly, talk about what's really cool and unique about them, why they work so well, and why we think they're going to really help you with your putting and help me, gosh darn it, make some more short putts when we go out. So, Sam, I know we talked a little bit about the long broomstick putter. That's been kind of all the rage, right, with Lucas and Adam and so on. But when we spoke too, one of the guys that I mentioned that had made me want to talk with you was also Charles Howell.
Yeah.
He's got the Link putter, right?
He uses this one. Chucky's 3 sticks is the man. Besides being, have you met him before?
I see some of his videos. It seems awesome.
Dude, he's actually that nice. Yeah, one of the sweetest men in the world. And when I first got involved with L.A.B, I made a list of guys that I thought would be prime candidates for this technology. And what I meant by that wasn't a statistical thing. It was guys that had really good strokes that didn't make putts. So guys that fundamentally looked like they knew what they were doing. The rhythm was good, path was good, arc was good, everything was good, and the ball just wasn't going in.
Yeah.
All the technology, that people talk about in putters, the vast majority of it is about the face and the roll. And that's because that's kind of where the industry's just been stuck. Bill Pressey, who's the inventor of lie angle balance, knew and worked to solve for the most important aspect of putting, which is the face being square at impact. That's the thing. Everything else is secondary. You cannot make a putt if the face is not square to where you're trying to hit it.
Yeah.
And so what these putters do is they make that task really, really easy. They're balanced in a way that actually allows you to just sort of get out of the way and let the face arrive back at square all on its own.
I love that. Let's flip-flop spots here. I'm going to go here, Sam. If you can hop in. Now, out of these three, put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite out of these three we have?
Absolutely.
I'm asking some questions.
This is the one.
This is the one. I'll take the one.
And it's for me, it's no contest. The technology that we put into all of these putters is the most obvious with this one. So the second you pull it back, you feel it. You feel that there is no fight. You feel that it's just kind of gliding like it's on rails. All of them do, for sure. But the tech is the most obvious with this one. Next, because of the size, there's not a more forgiving putter anywhere on planet Earth. So you've got a face that's squaring itself, and it doesn't matter where you hit it on the face. And you add those up, and all of a sudden I started making a lot of 30-footers. They used to either come up 3 feet short or a little left or a little right, and now I make long putts.
Now let me ask you this, back to the beginning of it. What does L.A.B stand for?
Lie angle balance. So what that means is that, so every putter has a lie angle, right? So if this is the ground, it's laying flat. This one's at 69 degrees. And what I mean is that from the ground to this shaft is 69 degrees.
Yeah.
So that's the lie angle. And then we balance the putter head around the putter sitting at that lie angle. So this is not face balanced, where if we were laying the shaft in a position like this, the face would be pointing up at the sky. Toe hang would have the toe pointing down about like so.
Yeah.
Ours in this position, which is kind of irrelevant, is a little toe up, but the more important piece is that its only truly balanced position is in the playing position and throughout the stroke. With the other putters, they're trying to twist out of square. And we've all felt it, whether or not we consciously realize that we're feeling it, pull the putter back and it does a little jiggle and does some weird crap. That's torque. Yeah. We've eliminated that completely.
And so the lie angle balance and like the untorque yourself, like all of that is designed for what end goal? Getting the club face back to square at impact?
Yes.
Keeping the putter like on the plane?
No, so that's actually the only thing you have to do. So if you keep the putter on plane, the face is going to take care of itself. So there's a lot of instruction and focus around the face of the putter. I want you to ignore the face of the putter. So all I care about is keeping the shaft on plane. So I set this putter up so that it's nice and flush to the ground.
Yeah. From a visual from down here, Sam, we're talking like this would kind of look like this. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm just going to drag the shaft on that plane. I don't care about the face anymore. And as long as I keep the shaft on plane, things generally turn out pretty good.
So the point there is if you can get it started correctly and keep it on plane, the putter does the rest of the work.
Correct.
I'm not fighting myself to do that.
Depending upon which model you choose, the more onset the putter is, meaning the more that the face is in front of the shaft, the more forward we want the ball position. And in general, we put very little loft on these things, And I personally feel that a forward ball position is one of those things that's very difficult to overdo. So we like the ball nice and far forward. That way we know that we're kind of hitting it on the rising part of the stroke.
And when you say forward, Sam, just to kind of give a ballpark job, we're talking like
that's back.
Yeah.
That's forward.
Yeah. I like that answer.
Yep.
We're talking like off of like lead eye, lead ear, or like something like that.
I mean,
I like the way that was just as simple as that. So forward.
Yeah,
forward
we want
center.
a little closer to this foot than it is to this foot.
That was so perfectly done.
That's the
forward of center.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ball position forward.
A little forward, and a good rule of thumb too with our putters, rather than thinking about the ball position, think about the shaft position.
Okay.
So
okay.
I like the tip of the shaft.
Yep.
Middle or slightly ahead of center.
Got it. Okay.
The ball obviously goes where it goes from there because we got this.
So get the shaft correct, and then just let the ball be in front of that. Got it.
What am I at here? Is the shaft probably a little bit ahead of center here?
Yep.
Yeah. That's about where we like
perfect.
it.
Okay.
Right there. Next thing, there's some hand stuff. There's some grip stuff. So with conventional putters, the task is to keep the face square. It's about stability. You're trying to build in stability in your putting grip. But again, like we've talked, on the broomstick, you're going to back into it. The task is to let the putter face do its thing.
Yeah.
So however you want to grip it in order to make it so that the putter face is doing its thing, that's where you're going to land. A good way to get there is to hit a bunch of putts without your thumbs on the putter. So I have people, this accomplishes a couple things. Number one, it's going to help you organize your body because now you can't manipulate the putter face in a very granular way because your thumbs aren't there to do it. So now you've got to organize your shoulders and your posture and everything in a way that gets the putter just kind of swinging all on its own.
Yeah, definitely.
Two,
that feels different.
it's going to have your body start to build trust that the putter is literally staying square by itself. So
I don't have to hit something like that.
that's what I do. That's how I warm up every round.
Oh, really?
Yep. About 5 or 6 putts like this. Take my thumbs off the putter. It'll help me get my shoulders aligned too because I can see if my path is doing something goofy like that.
Now, do you feel more like when I do that right away with the thumbs off, I feel more of like my back.
Yeah, have to, right? We can't micromanage it with our face or with our hands.
Yeah, wow, just that little difference of pressure, those two fingers on the glove, huh?
And
thumbs off.
And that's exactly right? You're using your back and your shoulders. They're going to drive the direction of the stroke now.
Right.
So this drill, kind of getting warmed up for the day, helps me get calibrated on my body line. So for instance, that one started left of the planet Earth. Yeah. So I know that I'm pretty sure that my aim was pretty good. So that tells me that my shoulder plane was probably a little bit open and got the path moving over to the left. So make the adjustment.
So it's kind of very nice. The thing that I keep coming back to for my own brain, because this is my first day. This is why I want this to be my genuine first time talking about this stuff, is like, I've struggled so much with me feeling like I need to manually do a lot of work.
And you do.
And I do unsuccessfully for 20 years.
You have to. I mean, with other putters, you do have to do all kinds of crazy manual work.
And I haven't been able to.
No, and it's so hard. It's so freaking hard.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Gosh, I want to say, do you mind if I hit a couple?
Let's get nuts.
So I saw Charles Howell III, right? That's what I'm referencing. And I don't know if he had the exact models, but something similar to this, right? With the link.
It is 1 degree flat of exactly his spec, in fact.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So if it worked for Charles Howell III.
You basically are Charles Howell III. You're Charles Howell IV.
So I want to hit a couple with this too, just to get a feel. Now I haven't used the shorter version, right, of these eyes. So I'm interested to hit a couple and see how those feel.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you really struggle with blocking. So
I really struggle with blocking.
The answer style putter that you've used in the past is trying to open through impact. So it would make some sense that your body's just letting that face open. Let's see what happens if you hit some with this. Gosh. Same stroke, don't change anything. Let's see what happens.
Do you mind? I kind of want to do one.
Yeah, let's get some. Do it.
Just to see.
Let your body feel it.
So I get the same sense. This putter to me looks really good. So like when I look down at this, it looks very good. It feels very good. I'm gonna do the thumbs off just to get a sense. Like I'm aimed a little bit outside the right. Definitely get a feel of with the thumbs off that I am using. It feels more of my back, more of the middle part of my back compared to what I would traditionally feel. I gotta start doing that, Sam. Thumbs off, huh? A little windy. I can feel that I want to get
what a good stroke.
The pressure match. Let me do one with normal. Let me try normal.
Actually, before you do that, I want you to do a thumbs off with your putter.
Okay.
Tell me what you feel.
So right away when I take this back, it noticeably to me now feels like the toe is behind the heel. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah?
I can feel that right off the
Well,
bat.
whatever it is you're feeling a fight, no?
Yeah, well, I'm feeling like that putter to me felt like I just go back and forth. It feels square. I don't know if it does not feel square. This one I go back and do, it feels like I'm getting a lot of this right off the bat. That's what it feels like, even just swinging it. And I feel like the toe, I just always constantly have the feeling that I'm this way. Toes behind the heel and the handle's forward.
Yep.
So let's try.
From transition is trying to open. On the way back, a toe hang putter's generally trying to shut. But when we feel that torque, we're going to have a reaction. Some people are going to react by opening it. Some people are going to react by shutting it further.
Yeah.
One way or another, we do react. Everybody's different. That's why we just like taking that out of the equation.
That maybe just me like fighting what it wants to do.
Because you know that, yeah, maybe.
Got it.
Who knows?
Let me do a normal one.
Who knows?
Well, what I do know is that I really like the way that this looks and feels. I also like the way that it is rolling off of the face. And
Look at how much energy that ball has. I love that.
These feel good, but I gotta say, dude. Okay, so the shaft is in the middle here because I think I get that back sometimes. I gotta say, as much as I like the way this feels too, I had such a good first date with that broomstick. Like, so good.
It has promise.
I'm so in love.
Are you going to meet her parents?
It's just hard for me to look at anyone else. You know what I mean? Let me do one more with this one. I get the same sensations of, man, the ball pops off the face for me compared to normal. I don't feel like I need to do any, with my normal putter, I feel like I almost have to hook it.
Right. No, there's none of that. No, same as like we were talking about with the broom. There's none of that. You don't even think about the face anymore. Now all we're going to think about is keeping the tip of the shaft just working down the target line.
Yeah, so keep the putter on plane. That felt really nice.
That was such a good stroke, Eric.
That felt good. Thank you.
That was phenomenal.
I'm going to keep that replaying in my head.
Keep that one playing in your head.
The other visual that I really like with this too is that little, like, just get set up well and keep the putter on plane. I'm visualizing that video you did with that little board.
Picture that plane of glass right behind the shaft.
And so you're kind of seeing like the shaft just staying right on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Well, as you're speaking about this and everything we're talking about today of like, you know how much time I spent trying to keep the shaft on plane in my life? Goose egg, dude.
Right.
Zero time spent on that.
We freak out about the face. We're obsessed with the face.
Where's the club head going? So now I'm like, okay, well, all of the different things that I've done with the putter on the ground that have not worked, I want to have something there. I want to make sure that the shaft itself is moving. And that's an easy visual. Like, I can just visualize that plane.
That's what I do. I mean, when I have a pressure putt or I've been struggling with some short ones, that's the first thing my brain does. I go to putting that plane of glass visually underneath the shaft.
Yeah.
And go from there.
God, I like that. Okay, so I think the only one I haven't hit is that bad boy in your hands right there.
The beast.
I want to try a couple of those. Now, is this the first?
This was the one. This is the thing that got it all started.
Very cool. This is all very intriguing.
It's nuts, man. I mean, yeah. It's genius level stuff.
It's very cool.
And it's so wild that nobody thought of it, right? That, you know, that 2013 was the first time that somebody decided to balance a putter to have it go towards the place that we're trying to hit it.
So like,
that was center.
That might have been my best putt of the day. I'm a little nervous. Like, gosh, I like that broomstick so much. I almost don't even want to get away from it, but let's see here. That felt really good. Same sort of feels. Now this one doesn't feel off the face to me. Like it's feels a little like softer maybe.
Yeah.
Compared to the other two.
Yep. There's a lot of hollowed out material in there just so we can get the weight where we needed it to.
But I will say off the bat, hitting these two, like, this look, see, I actually kind of like the look of this.
I do too. I've always found it very easy to aim with all of the onset.
Yeah. The other thing I like with this too, Sam, is it feels like the face or the front area is big enough because I will get some toe strikes. I'm not afraid to hit a ball off the toe.
Doesn't matter. Even the slider, you hit one, line one up off the toe. You can even go extreme. It's still going to get there. It's still going to start where you were pointed.
Oh wow. So that almost felt like there was almost no effect at all.
None.
Oh man.
Same thing off the heel.
Gosh, I think I like this one best. Oh, I had this dream about me and the long putter. God, that rolls good, Sam. That's way off the toe, dude.
Try it off the heel.
Holy
Doesn't
cow.
matter.
Mary, you'll have to hit this when we're done. That ball, like, wow. Because when I hit a ball off the toe with my normal
Oh,
putter I
it
hit,
feels like garbage comes up 4 feet short and who knows where it goes.
so the things I'm gonna write down when I get home from this, if I was taking my notes, if I wanted to be a good putter, there's 3 biggies macro, right? Start line, speed, read.
Right,
Green reading's its own thing,
right.
right? But we've got start line and speed control. And so if I want to improve at those 2 skills, I'd like to use equipment that makes that as easy as possible. Doesn't hold me back, gives me an advantage. So it sounds to me like removing the torque gives me the best, I can keep the putter on plane, gives me the best ability to get the face square, which increases my ability to start the ball on line, A.
Correct.
And then me being able to let gravity happen instead of me trying to force with over accelerations the speed. So it really helps me with both those skills.
Absolutely.
The design of the putter and the technology in it not only will help me get the ball started more on line, but ultimately as I start to use that, get my speed control better. I mean, that's huge. All right, guys, quick add-on since we filmed this video. L.A.B did come out with the DF3, which is out now. We'll put the link for the L.A.B putters in the description down below if you want to check this one out. Similar to the DF 2.1, much smaller in size. A lot of people didn't like the size of the 2.1. I don't mind it. This one's much smaller. They added a little piece where you could pick up the golf ball, and they also took out the little pingy sound. So a little smaller, less ping, can pick this up. Similar to the 2.1 that I really did well with, you saw. DF3, slightly smaller. We'll show you some pictures on the screen. Again, link in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching.